Hello. Today I just was thinking about something and I wanted to just talk about it a little bit. Uh, Recently I've just been sort of noticing how the English language and words in general, how limiting they kind of really are. Like we have words for a lot of things and it does the job, but it doesn't really completely encapsulate all the states, and it's not like for objective truth. It's more so for social lubricants, like lubrication. It's like whatever you say, anything in the English language is meant to just convey something as simply to the point in like a very universal way, so everybody who hears you will understand you and can like actually act upon it. Like we don't really have a word for like um, grief, but it's like knowing you did the right thing, but then grieving, um, and just how cyclical sort of life is and how bumpy it is. I feel like words are very matter of the fact. They don't express enough, which is why I think like I sort of appreciate art a lot more right now, music and like artwork and literature, even like ancient literature, like in China, they talk about so many themes like love and love, sickness, heartbreak, uh, satire. It's just very interesting how everything is sort of that they did is still applicable. A lot of things, not everything, but some things are still stuff that are just part of the human condition and we still deal with. So you can sort of resonate with it. But what's really annoying is the sort of moralistic frame I feel like the world has. Like you're sort of told to do this and told to do that, but then I feel like every sort of behavior and every sort of quality a person can just be painted as toxic or unhealthy. Like if you want to be independent, you're avoidant or you're just walled off and you're, unhealthy because you're protecting yourself from others, but it's also isolating you. But then if you like want to make some connections, you're codependent and you need validation from others and you need support from others in order to function. It's just, it's quite, um, it's honestly just frustrating. It's frustrating thinking about, what you should be, what you want to be, when it feels like at the end of the day, you can't really be anything like pure, anything like perfect. Like it's all relative. And I was thinking too about like sort of how none of our intentions are actually pure when you really look at it. You know, there's people who people who take from others and they feel like good because they're getting things. But then the people who like give to others, they feel good, or maybe unconsciously they feel entitled to something because they were able to help someone else out. So they want their validation, or they want something from them, or like to be seen as a good person. And it's just quite annoying because I feel like any sort of moral view is just a means to an end, or anything is a means to an end. And it's it just kind of ruins a lot of things. It ruins how you see people. It ruins how you see yourself. I mean, you're always hearing people. I think something important is like just trying to enjoy the process. And I kind of hate that saying. I hate being like, oh, it's not about the journey, it's about the process. When our human condition is sort of to think about the process all the time. It's always updating. It's always making us want something else, so we keep moving and we don't just sit around and like that's like a squat all day, every day, and just wait till we die. Like we want more. We are willing to do more for what we want. But it's just sad because, like in a way, there's people who are able to enjoy processes, and it's not forever, but they can like stick with something. I was thinking about something like really interesting. Is like how serial killers, in effect, are probably like some of the most pure, pure humans in a way. I know that's kind of like weird, but if you think about it, there's no actual like. It's one of the most societally shunned things a person can do is murder another person. It's so taboo. It's literally logistically so hard. You'd have to like find somebody and then deal with all the evidence and stuff like that. And it's like gruesome. It just there's nothing really seems like it could be good about that at all. But there are these people who will literally, throw their entire lives away, or just like that's the only way they feel like they're living, and they'll go out and like commit heinous actions, but it's like fully their motive. They're fully enjoying the process, and it's like it's such a joke that these people who should be like they're the worst of the worst. These people are like the scum of the earth. They're more connected to like the truest sense of living than like 99% of the population who are just kind of numbing themselves, buying and distracting, etc. I'm also another word that's really like there's a lot of moralistic undertones. It's like entitlement. It feels like people throw entitlement around all the time. Even, you could be somebody who's the typical Karen and you're just entitled to like, perfect service or like nothing going wrong in your life and you get everything you want. But then it's like I'm reading this book, The Art of Not Giving a Fuck by Mark Manson. And it's like, oh, you're also entitled if you do things for other people and you expect like something back, or you even like expect your work, like them to want like you better afterwards, or XYZ, like XYZ. It's just like what does entitled mean here? Then it's just I feel like stuff like that, like words, become charged with all this overuse. When everybody's saying entitlement and everybody's saying privilege and everybody's saying all these things, you you lose the actual impact this word would have had by sparingly using it. Like, if I say everyone's entitled, you're entitled all the time, you're going to get defensive instead of just actually trying to think about, like, how to sort of change, or not even change, but how to sort of make your behavior more healthy or your expectations more healthy. Like, somebody who isn't entitlement, I think, at its like purest, strip away all the moral and all the bullshit, is just this mismatch between what you think the world is like or should be like and what it is and like what you